deep lunge routine. So I got this from my coach and it's really helped me. So I'm hoping it's going to help you. Basically, this is going to be more focused into like dynamic movements. It's not like official exercises, mobility exercises, but it's going to make you feel better when you're warming up towards doing your mobility. Okay, so I'll show you from a couple of different angles. We're going to do this basically all from a deep lunge. So you're going to take one leg forwards, other hand's going to be down. Holding onto your knee or your foot or the floor, we're going to think about drawing like a semicircle. It's obviously initiating from the hip. You can kind of look at your knee and imagine you drawing like a semicircle coming out to the side and back forwards. So just showing you from the front, drawing a semicircle or more or less a semicircle. You can just join along with. I'll just do a few reps. So drawing it as a semicircle. Basically, when you're doing this, you're going to move until you feel like it's eased off. Okay, from there, releasing. I'm just going to add this one in. You're going to press away the leg and then bring it back in. Press away the leg, bring it back in. Trying to keep your foot down. If it lifts a little bit, that's fine. But you want to keep a little bit of resistance against. And then ease that off. Next one, we're going to think about bringing our palms down to the ground. And we're going to think about drawing our hip to our opposite heel. So draw the hip towards the heel. So then from there, you're going to have to look over your shoulder and then turn to look forwards. So from there, I'm going to show you from a different angle. Hip towards the heel, look over your shoulder, look forwards. Okay. After a few of those, you can either do this with your hand down and do it from here. So elbow towards the knee, and then you're going to lengthen away on a diagonal. So the arm's going to be on a diagonal if you can. If your shoulder is limited here, you might be more here, but try and open your chest and be on a slight diagonal if you can. So knees moving away. If you're finding that you prefer to be at your forearm for this, you can also do it at your forearm. Okay. In a few reps there. And then the last one, you're going to hook your back toes under for this. You're going to straighten out the front leg. While you're doing this, don't tuck your pelvis under, so stick your bum out, come forwards and back. So forwards into the lunge, back into the hamstring stretch. And just again, this a few times. We don't want to be all the way back here, so make sure you're staying upright. You just want to feel the stretch, leaning back till you feel the stretch. Foot's back to support you, and come back through. So we'll just do that on the other side if you're following along. And I could recap. Other foot forwards, hold on to the knee or the foot, draw on your semicircles. Basically, like I say, you'll just move through until you start to feel it's easing off. Perfect. Hand to the knee, pressing away, easing it back in. You can also add a little bit of resistance towards from the leg to the hand, just to add for a little bit more. Brilliant. And then hands down. Think about turning and look over your shoulder, drawing your hip towards your heel, and then looking forwards. Hip to heel. You should feel this down the back leg, back hip flexor and QL a little bit, as well as into this hip as you send the hip back. Couple more here. Brilliant. From here, forearm down or palm, elbow to knee, and then lengthen away. Again, it's an all-rounder, so you're going to feel this into your hips, a little bit into your upper body, QL as well. Brilliant. And then last one, hook your back toes, straighten and bend into the front leg. Don't worry if you can't fully straighten the leg. The aim is straight if you can, but if you're slightly bent, as long as you're aiming for the rest. And try and think about drawing the hip back, squaring the hips towards the front as you come back. Okay, you can use this as a bit of a warm-up for your hips or just a general feel good. You can even do this if you want a little break for your hips. If you're sitting for too long and you want a break, you could do this as a movement break, and you could do this kind of as a wind down routine before bed, a morning routine. Basically, you can do it for a lot of stuff. So give it a go and let me know how you get on and if it helps.